Hello everyone and welcome back to On the Beat. I'm Stephen Bailey, as always joined by David Wilson. We're here at Cameron Indoor Stadium a couple hours after Duke beat Syracuse 66-60. A very controversial end of the game. CJ Fair called for a charge on Rodney Hood. Jim Boeheim gets a double technical, storms the court, and is ejected. And then Duke makes 3 of their 4 free throws and essentially seals the game on that play. First and foremost, what do you think of the call itself? Was it the right call? And how do you think CJ and Rodney, where did you see them on the court?
In real time, it's a tough call to make. Obviously, I've looked at the replay a couple times, and Michael Bimichet was called for a charge on a similar play.
In the first half?
Yeah. I think if you call one that way, you have to call it the other way, or the same way the second time. So I think it's a shaky call. I don't know if it's a block, an and-one. I don't know if it's a no call, but I think it's rough to give him a charge there. Boeheim ejected for the first time ever. He was ejected once in an exhibition game, first time he's ever been ejected in a real game. So, you know, if he's never reacted like that to a call before, you know it's going to be a shaky call.
Yeah, I think, you know, from my perspective, Hood was still sliding. Hood was still moving a little bit. So maybe it's a no call, maybe it's a block. I didn't think it was a charge. But more importantly, you know, Boeheim gets ejected. If he doesn't get ejected, doesn't get the double technical, Syracuse is down 2. Duke is inbounding the ball. Syracuse has a chance to steal, like it did against North Carolina State, to win. It also has a chance to foul, and I believe Duke was still in the 1-on-1. That would have been their 9th foul. So Syracuse still had a decent chance of tying the game or forcing it to overtime, or maybe even winning the game if Duke misses the front end 1-on-1 like they did earlier. Instead, you know, they're down 5. You got a foul. There's really no way of winning that with 11 seconds left. So, what did you think of Boeheim's reaction? Was it too much?
The way I look at it is the call decided the game. Boeheim's ejection sealed it. It was still unlikely, I think, for Syracuse to come back. Duke is in North Carolina State. They're probably not going to turn the ball over. But maybe it's not the right thing to get ejected. But you know, I like to see a coach in a little bit of fire.
I would disagree. I do think it was. I mean, I'm sure he was caught up in the motion. It wasn't this calculated decision. But you know, you look at it. Mike Krzyzewski didn't freak out when King Christmas blocked Rodney Hood shots in overtime in the first game, February 1st. And not the same situation.
Yeah, a little bit different situation.
Not the same situation, but still, in the press conference, he refused to address it. You know, Boeheim called it the worst call of the college basketball season. Very, very different ways to handle a somewhat similar situation.
Yeah, they're good friends, but they're a little bit different.
Yeah, but they both kind of said that. Their opposites kind of work well. But big picture for Syracuse, or at least moving forward to Maryland on Monday, a team that started 25-0 has now lost 2 games. I do think Syracuse played better today. It wasn't the same bad Syracuse team that honestly we saw against NC State and BC. But you know, they lost 2 games. Now they go to Maryland. They've got Virginia after that. You know, is this? How bad could this next 2 games be?
I think at Maryland, at Virginia, both 2 tough games, especially because they're on the road. Right now, I expect Syracuse. I would pick them in both of those games. Both should be pretty close, though. I think we did see them play a lot better today, and that's very important. And maybe Boeheim's ejection will go a little bit fire with them.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Syracuse plays at Maryland on 7 o'clock. David and I will be there. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at DO Sports and also online at dailyorange.com. Thanks for watching.